Hello everybody and welcome back to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 16, Week 6. Last time PVC team through. Let's see what happens this time.
I'm here too, by the way.
Grandma's still here with us. Grandma, what do you think was the problem the last game?
Not good enough teamwork. I think that's the real meat of the issue.
Ooh. Big words for somebody who
Yeah.
literally has never played the game before.
Yeah, you can't play Dota like a single-player game, you know?
That's true. Bounty Hunter knocked out, Lord knocked out, Windrunner knocked out, OD knocked out. Same bands as the last game. Which I don't know, that was so on the wire. I think I might reconsider my strategy there. This time they're going to be picking up the Rubik. You know who Rubik's dad is?
Rubik Senior.
It's Aghanim.
Ah.
You know who Aghanim is, right?
Yeah, he's that guy from Link to the Past.
He really is. That was what the reference was supposed to be for a long time. And then they randomly, one day, made up a new Aghanim character, just made that him instead. But for years, it really was supposed to be Aghanim from Link to the Past. Here's Jakiro. What do you think of Jakiro? Just instantly looking at him, what do you think?
He reminds me of one of the bosses from Link to the Past.
Oh, that's appropriate. Which one? The little tiles that like they get up and start shooting at you?
I think it was the boss of Turtle Rock. It's like a dragon with an ice head and a fire head, and a neutral head.
Well, this one doesn't have a neutral head, but it has the two other ones.
Yeah, and that's the important part.
That should be the new Ag Scepter for Jakiro. You get a third head that doesn't do anything; it's just strictly neutral. And whenever it has a voice line, he's like, I'm not deciding for you. I stand where I will. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Has a little Swiss flag.
There's my boy.
Clink's stolen this time by the Reedy team. The team switched sides, by the way, so what was the Radiant team in Game 1 is now the Dire team, vice versa. So if you thought Game 1 was confusing, just wait till you see this.
5 seconds remaining.
Just from here, what do you think of the combination of Jakiro and Clinks?
Well, it's 2/3 of it is fire and only 1/3 is ice, so I don't think that's that balanced.
That's true. How about Spirit Breaker and Rubik?
They look like they could go together.
What do you think their best asset as a team would be? As a combination, as a duo?
I think their color scheme, the blue and green, I like it.
Yeah, the blue and the green. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do it. You get matching, you get nicely complementary color schemes. Snap player.
Is that a lantern flail he has?
Yes.
Thanks.
Ursa's gone. You know, I looked it up actually between Game 1 and Game 2, and I figured out who this is on the poster.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's somebody named Alice. Lives out in like a desert shithole state. I think some kind of small biologist or something.
I'm not sure that's the real Alice. I don't think Alice could fit on that flag.
Well, they compressed it horizontally, like a lot.
I see.
No Dawnbreakers, so you're not going to get to see the big thighs today.
10 seconds remaining.
Which is probably good, because I don't want you acting up in the middle of the game.
Radiant team ban.
Chaos Knight ban. Whatever you do, don't tab out and Google Dota 2 Dawnbreaker right now. That would be horrible.
Right.
Seconds remaining.
Getting rid of the CK is a little weird. This already looks like kind of a dog water CK game. Not like that stopped them before necessarily, so.
Dire team ban.
There goes Medusa. Will not be seeing her today.
Dire team pick.
Unlike, I believe, every other series this week. Clink's ban. I could be conflating this with last week. Did I just say Clink's ban? I meant Slark ban. No, Slark, they're targeting Matt a lot.
Radiant team pick.
Tidehunter coming up. Grandma, you still with us?
Yeah, I remember that enemy from Bloodborne, the real motherfucker.
Yeah, so Tidehunter is a big stupid watermelon.
10 seconds remaining.
What do you think that brings to the table here?
A delicious summer treat for all to eat.
There you go. So how's that going to help his team win?
Well, you know, he's the size of like
Radiant
8
team
flinces.
Yeah?
So I think they have a big advantage on this team.
Undying coming out. Good pickup here. Would be really bad for the Reedy line to get Undying after picking up the Tidehunter. It's just a very strong combo.
10
Like perhaps
seconds
underrated
remaining.
in the LD2L. They just help each other so much. It's ridiculous.
5 seconds
You ult
remaining.
next to a gravestone and then you spit on people. It's like everybody gets 90 zombies on them and they're hitting you with broken armor.
Plus, I'd wager having a hero that just can't die would be a big advantage to the team.
That's true, but unfortunately his name's not that literal. He can die, it's just that it's pretty tough to make it happen.
I
He's
really
also a
like
zombie.
the cartoon flies, so you know he smells like shit.
That's not very nice. Do you think that's going to provide an advantage in this game?
Dire team pick.
Yeah,
Of the five players on the PvC type lineup, who do you think probably has cartoon flies around them and smells like that in real life?
godlike Matt, because anybody
Yes.
who calls himself godlike
10
is
seconds.
Absolutely, 100% agreed. There, no doubt in my mind.
5 seconds remaining.
Sniper coming out here. What do you think of Sniper? First impressions.
I'm not sure whether he's a gnome or a dwarf.
He's a gnome.
I see. Impressive beard for a gnome.
I think in fairness he is actually supposed to be a dwarf, but I'm going to say he's a gnome because I'm mean. It's a huge insult to call a dwarf a gnome. Trust me. It would be like saying you're from Mississippi.
Oh, God.
Which is amazing because that works if you are from any state that borders Mississippi.
Yeah.
Even Alabama is like, oh, thank God I don't live there. Shoutouts to Bliss, by the way, if you're inexplicably watching a series that you're not in.
Radiant team
Roll Tide.
Naga
Naga Siren has visible nipples. You can't really
Nice.
see them here because of the lighting, but she does, I promise. Very underwater themed. I like this. We got fire and water. All elemental.
10 seconds.
Fire,
remaining.
ice, and water. All they need now is to run the
5
Treon
seconds
again.
remaining.
The Treon Protector on the Reedy team, and there you go. You've got like a nice balance of fire, water, ice, grass. Gonna be in trouble if you run into a dragon type, because then only one of the Dukiro heads can take care of that. But you know, for the most part, it's gonna be fine. No Legion Commander. It would be funny to pick Legion Commander and then just sing at all of her tools. Interesting ban. I don't think it has been explained to the PVC pipe team yet that the
10
Undying
seconds
is now a
remaining.
perfect counter to the LC, basically. It's ridiculously good.
5 seconds remaining.
Anything on your mind so far, looking at the state of the game?
I'm just really impressed by how long character selection takes in this game.
Well, this is like an unusual event. Normally, if you're in like a public match, it's like 3 minutes tops. You spend about as much time like picking your heroes as loading into the game in like a regular public match. Oh, not in a big stakes competitive match like this. After
So
all, as
what exactly are the stakes? Like, what's the winner get? How much money is involved here?
oh,
Radiant team back.
quite a lot actually. I don't think I should tell you.
Oh shit, that much?
Yeah. You know what? Just guess, and I'll say higher or lower.
5 seconds remaining.
10 grand.
Lower.
Oh. Alright. 1 grand.
Lower.
Oh, wow, I was way off with the first guess. $1.
Lower.
Nice.
There was one season where a guy made these like crappy high school trophies for the team that won. And by the team that won, I mean one guy that won.
Nice.
That's it. The reason it's called the Learn Dota 2 League. This is like a entry-level type situation.
Dire team back.
No timber saw.
So, how much money does the winner of like the Dota Grand Finals get?
Millions. It's a
Nice.
load of money.
Radiant team pick.
It makes it, you know, it would almost be worth playing this game if I could become a millionaire.
That's true.
Dire team pick.
Sad.
I like that guy, the fucking scorpion. And he's got a huge fucking grin. I like him a lot.
There we go. See how you like. How do you like this guy?
Choose your hero.
And he's okay, I guess.
Oh shit! Tidehunter's got a mohawk.
Nice.
All right. How do you think this game is going to go just from this?
I think that big fish guy is gonna smack a lot of people with his anchor, and I think that the Sand King is gonna sting a lot of people with his tail.
You want to hear something crazy?
What's that?
He never does that. He never has. All he does with the tail is just thump it against the ground a lot.
Oh, it's just like for attracting mates.
Yeah, yeah. He does have an attack that like injects poison into what he's hitting, but he does that with his claws, not his stinger, somehow.
That's not what scorpions.
Don't worry about it.
Who the fuck? I imagine those flies are also for attracting mates.
Yes. Who do you think is gonna win? Just looking at this.
I gotta go with the big fish man
Explain why.
because he's the biggest.
He's not actually this big. The middle pick gets like their size amplified, and the outer picks get like smaller. So Storm Spirit is not
Oh.
really a super manlet. He's like larger than Clinks, for example.
Oh, the flame.
But he is
In
still
that
the
case-
largest, the physically largest hero in this game. It's just not by that huge of a margin.
In that case, I'm gonna go with the other team because they got the fly guy.
How are the flies going to deliver them to victory here?
Biological warfare.
Oh, so the flies are like going to give these guys malaria? That's what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
But Clinks is a skeleton. What's malaria going to do to a literal skeleton?
Gonna. But I mean the fish. They got 2 fish on that team, and they could definitely die of disease.
Yeah, I mean, SK has a butthole mouth. That's not very nice. Is that even true? Oh, it is true. Oh dear.
Oh, you mean Sand King? No, he
Yes.
has a cool mouth.
No, that's totally a butthole.
Which one said that?
Tidehunter. The fish. The big fish.
Oh man, it's my 2 favorite characters in this game. Well, besides the other 2 characters that I like a lot.
I mean, here's the thing. If you're kind of calling a victory on that, think about it like this, right? 1 fish, 2 fish, green fish,
30
but with
seconds
red
to
eyes, blue fish. Think about it.
Yeah, I remember that book.
Do you think that might give them an advantage here?
I think it could go either way, really,
On what reasoning?
because I don't know anything about this game, so really anything could happen.
Not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for some reason, but
Battle begins.
this'll work just fine. Your hero is going to have a right-click contest with everybody, and he loses. Surprise! Reflesky on his main hero now. Did he have this set last time? Did somebody give Reflesky a Rubik set? Irresponsibly, he has candles on top of his hat. Does this look like a safe place to put candles to you?
No, it's a little arid.
No, I mean on top of his hat. Look at it.
Oh yeah, that's
Down there on the HUD.
that's bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I cannot help but be inclined to agree here. Training with the Rubik at really low levels is annoying. Oh, he missed the... No, he did hit the blood grenade. Never mind.
I mean that dragon pretty much has a candle on one of its heads.
That's true, but at least he's, like, fire resistant, you know?
Yeah.
Rubik is not fire resistant. He is totally normal for fire. Undying, not looking too hot here. Needs to turn around, get some strength. Take a walk. Do a funny dance. Check out that Undying dance. Wolski is not going to try and take out the Undying here. Not going to try and finish the job. Sand King has this ability that like makes a sandstorm just pop up wherever he is. That guess what that does?
It plays that song that I can't remember the name of.
Yeah, it's the Reedy Sandstorm. Yeah. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Rudy Sandstorm. Yeah. That's his real
Yeah,
name,
that's-
too. If you see him in public, call him the Rudy. He loves it.
Mhm. The
Stagger.
Rudy Giuliani.
And this is what Sandstorm does. It's again, I hate to mention the Pokemon for the 3rd time today, but it's just the Sandstorm from Pokemon, but just very locally contained. If you're not a ground type and you're inside of that, you get buffeted by the Sandstorm, or buffeted by the Sandstorm. Thanks, he's getting shot in the head repeatedly by a garden now.
So do we have any ground type heroes besides the Sand King himself?
Nope. Luckily, FF is off, so he at least won't buffet his own teammates. Bohohoro. Okay, Bohohoro just wanted to be scary and not actually do anything. Getting spit on here. I can tell you this much, Tidehunter needs this bad boy sooner than later. You can't just stay in this lane all day, just getting shot by a sniper for free. This blocks damage. This guy doesn't do much damage, but he does it very frequently. This blocks a flat amount of damage. Do you think this might be a good skill to use in this lane?
Anything could happen.
There we go. You want to commit to an answer?
No.
No, you're a fool. That is a very good skill in this lane. That's why I said he should level it sooner than later. Try and keep up. Try and keep up. Come on now.
Alright, I'll do my best. I won't do good, but I'll do my best.
There we go. Can I ask you kind of an honest, just a very open, personal question?
Go for it.
Have you ever met anyone in real life that reminds you of this guy?
Every time I look in the mirror.
Ooh, you're a cow?
No, I actually have a haunted mirror in my house.
Oh, it just shows this.
Yeah.
So, you might look into replacing it. You know, this guy, he like travels across universes. He could just come out of that thing one day, just pull you over.
I mean, it should be an interesting way to go.
Not much is certain. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really recommend trying to go all in on Anchor Smash when you literally cannot walk up to the lane. It's not even building Vanguard. I mean, you can on Tidehunter anyway. That doesn't work, but you can't do that. You just level it, homie. I promise you, it's gonna be good.
So what's
Like,
that
give it a
skill
gush.
where somebody just shits on the ground?
That it's not a skill. It's really more the lack of a skill, really. People would, ooh, good catch here. Sand King just gonna snap old Storm Spirit out of existence. Let's see, the Caustic Finale, the poison thing I was talking about. It makes you explode. It's explodey poison. Furthering the stigma that the Dota 2 developers have never seen a Scorpion.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, really, think about it. He injects it into you with his claws, and the effect of the poison is that it doesn't do anything to you, except if you die, you explode.
You know, I think that's actually a good change. That's a much more interesting than real poison.
It's true. Shoutouts to Venomancer, who was picked last game and has real poison. At least, like, real video game poison. Slizzy has shown up to this lane, but nobody gave anybody on his team the memo, so he's not actually going to get anything done here. But Hohoro's going to walk forward and has no mana. God like Matt does not care less. He really just does not give one, making this a massive waste of time on the part of Slizzy. Luckily, Storm Spirit was kind of down, so all this let him do is just come back to equalizing. It's surprising how badly this lane has been going for Storm Spirit so far. Would expect him to be doing a little better, especially going for the Falcon Blade. Just early game oriented item, trying to go for that. Slizzy is not done on his world tour quite yet. He is going to be looking at this Naga Siren up here top, which isn't a bad idea, I think. All things considered, Naga Siren has been having the most successful game so far, really.
So why is the Scorpion turned into metal now?
Oh, he hasn't really. That's just like an effect. It's, he has a shield rune on, which means that he has a shield that takes up a good amount of damage. He will not die. That much is certain. Pohohoro unintentionally takes this entire wave of creeps as revenge for Matt not doing anything in the fight earlier. You're not supposed to do that. Fear the Undying in this land. But that's just how it be. Ooh. With a funny Skeleton gets shot. Tidehunter's having to just walk back to lane now. He can't even TP. Taking the walk of shame. This is not a good start if you're Tidehunter. Somebody is blowing me the hell up on Discord. I will not be reading this. And Naga, sorry, I got stunned by the jungle creeps. Let's all point and laugh. Grandma, you start.
Haha.
More.
No.
Why not?
Alright, fine. You've convinced me. Ha ha ha.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Grandma, I gotta ask you another question.
Go for it.
Would you eat... Not in that way. But if you had a pizza, and it was a Naga Siren pizza, it was just like a bunch of Nagas sitting on this pizza, would you eat it?
Like a fish pizza? That
Yeah.
I guess I'd try it at least.
There we go. So, for the record, Grandma would eat Naga Siren. Confirmed.
I mean, I like fish and I like pizza, but I don't know about fish pizza.
Ever tried it with anchovies?
Oh yeah, anchovies aren't bad.
By the way, once in a
Oh.
while, Sniper shoots like a really big bullet that just hits you in the head and does a bunch of damage and is hard to avoid. You may wonder why he doesn't just fire this shot every single time he fires his gun.
So
You
why
might
is that?
you might also wonder why Tidehunter doesn't do his anchor smash as just his regular right-click auto attack.
Is there a cooldown on that?
Yeah, there is. But you might wonder, like, in universe, why Tidehunter doesn't just swing the anchor around all the time instead of just trying to hit them with a fish.
It's just not a sustainable tactic. He's gonna break his arm doing that all the time.
There we go. Except he actually does swing the anchor around all the time for his auto attack. He just doesn't do the anchor smash attack. By the way, Naga makes fake Nagas, if you're wondering. It's her main gimmick. She makes fakes. Lots of them. Not the most of them. There's other heroes that make more fakes, but she makes a lot of them. Illusion. Oh, Matt killed the funny watermelon once again. If you're a watermelon lover, you're eating huge tonight. He's only just now starting to go into crack and show. He probably did that at level 5. I doubt he leveled it at 6 and somehow leveled his ult before that, but must say, it looks like from purely level perspective, nothing else. Yeah. Okay, in every perspective, the PVC pipe team is currently on top, which means that the funny scorpion is winning. So far,
Nice.
at least. I do think, contrary to last game, this probably goes better for the Reedy lineup the longer that it goes. Because eventually, Naga and Siren is just going to eat the funny garden gnome, and these guys really cannot do anything about that. Very early game oriented team. This guy doesn't scale. He is basically as powerful as he's ever going to get, like now, maybe 5 or 10 minutes from now, but very soon. This is basically as strong as this guy's ever going to get, and this is not even close to where these guys are going to peak. I mean, they got a long way to go. Sniper is missing. Okay, so I'm going to look at some of these heroes, and you try to guess, and this is very unfair. What is this hero's real name?
Alright.
So this guy, Undying. Okay, we gotta check that out, actually. This man really just went from full to 0 really fast, because Storm Spirit TB'd in behind him when he was in a really dangerous spot he shouldn't have been in. Fellas, this is here, this is here. This keeps happening in this league this season, guys. Don't forget, there's 2 TP spots into this area now. PVC Pipe is gonna get the heck out. Reedy is gonna sing, but sadly for Reedy, just a second too late. They're gonna get the funny. They're gonna get the funny zombie, who's just gonna stand here, let it happen. I don't know why Molsky hit the detection. Actually, Molsky's gonna die. Well, that's awkward. Okay, what the hell happened there? Hold on, I gotta watch this fight again. This seemed like this should be going so badly for this lineup.
Under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Alright. Tidehunter wanted nothing to do with that. I guess that's part of the problem. Jeez, that was very awkward. It just seems like the Radiant messed up just so bad at the start of that fight and just was totally fine. They had 1 death. It was Sniper. Everybody tipped this man. But yeah, back to what we were talking about. Real names, this guy, Undying. What's his real name?
His name is John Witchman.
John Witchman. John Witchman. Alright, alright. That's surprisingly close. Alright, how about this guy? What's this guy's real name?
I think Rubik is his real name.
You are actually right about that.
Oh, wow.
Big title, at least a big looking title, but doesn't actually do anything. Steam has a horrible condition I like to call it no damage until Naga comes online, unfortunately. Alright. Sand King, what's his real name?
Uh, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, he's The Rock. You got that.
Mm.
Sniper.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's named after that Finnish guy. You know the one.
Yeah. He's not. In fact, he's dead. All 5 guys just walked at him, and nobody on his team was like here or like even really doing anything. I mean, that's like a super lose-lose. Like, he shouldn't have been there, and if he was gonna be there, his team should have been there. Like, that's a super lose-lose. It's the worst of both worlds in the end, as he just gets picked for nothing, like literally for no reason.
Dire's bottom tower
Oh,
is under
Pohohoro is going to eat 1,000,000 tower shots and then die. She eats the meteor hammer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay. Finally, Spirit Breaker. What's Spirit Breaker's real name?
Uh,
Spirit Breaker's real name right now is a killer of Jakiro.
I think his name is
Sand King.
his name is Toro.
I thought you were going to say his name is Torvald. He invented Linux. Oh, Lucky Bashes here is going to end the Storm Spirit. Overall, an awkward scenario, unless this works, but he's almost certainly not gonna actually get this done. Okay, Sniper actually was able to follow here.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh my god. Nope, she is dead. That's really good for the PVC team. Nagasaren's super late game hero. So if you can kill her a lot earlier, make sure she doesn't get any money. Everything is good in the world. They try to go for Spirit Breaker there. This is what Spirit Breaker does. He goes "Hurr!" and runs across the world. Well, this is a very awkward scenario. I think Sniper may have gotten out of the scenario a little too early, but it's going to be fine at this rate. They're putting a lot on the Tide Hunter here. This is a good Naga ult. Whenever she sings, nobody can do anything. They can't move, they can't attack, they can't be damaged either, though. PVC gets a big meteor dropped on his head.
So who has the pig curse?
Who has the pig curse?
Yeah, apparently somebody can turn people into pigs.
Oh no, they're doing that themselves. It's an
Oh,
item
nice.
called the pig pull. You turn into a pig, but you get really fast. Well, Matt immediately figured out which was the real Naga there and just shot it. And again, that's not good. Naga just randomly dies again. They actually walk away with more money, but Naga doesn't. Sand King currently at the top of the charts here. Yeah, did you say Spirit Breaker's name? Did you say what that was?
I said Toro, but I changed my mind. His
Alright,
name
what
is
is
Chad. His name is Chad Thunderhoof.
Oh. Would you believe me if I said that there was a hero in this game named Brad Warden? He ain't here, though. Alright, would you like to know all the actual answers?
I didn't guess the fish's name, so right?
Well, I'm going for just the radio right now.
Oh, all right.
Two-man smoke coming out here. Don't think
All right,
anything
go
much
ahead.
is going to get done with the smoke, but this should just be for vision. Okay, so this guy is named Dirge.
Mm.
This guy is, as you said, named Rubik.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Sand King is named Crixilus. Sniper is named Cardell Sharpeye. And Spirit Breaker is named Baratherum.
So they're pretty lame, honestly.
Yeah, most of the Dota names are either dumb or stupid, and that's why nobody knows most of them. There's one really good one. There's a hero named Necrolite, who's like an evil priest guy who just spreads disease everywhere. And his real name is Rotungere, which is like the most evil name you can give to a kid. If your kid's name contains the word rotund, and they grow up to be comically evil, like, that's on you, chief. That's your fault. Somebody in this community wanted to name their kid after a Dota character, and I suggested that one. He didn't go with it for some reason. So you're very close to Ags. It's going to make it much more annoying to deal with.
Radiant's
Undying
middle tower is under
died.
attack.
False advertising. We see Valve? Or what? You know, there's an announcer pack in this game that replaces the regular announcer with Gabe Newell. What's your opinion on that?
That sounds like it could be really cool or really boring.
It's a bunch of memes, for the most part.
That sounds like it could be pretty funny or really terrible.
Well, maybe I'll reveal it to you one day. Wonder what? Can I just use? Yeah, I can use random announcer packs. Let's do Cave Johnson. Never mind. Dota, please. Let's do Cave Johnson. And, oh, Mega kills Game Newell. There it is, actually. And there you go. You can even just randomly change it in the middle of a game you're watching.
You know, I figured all these years Gabe didn't actually do anything at the company anymore, but I'm glad to be proven wrong.
Yep, there you go. Olski getting charged up here. This may lead Spirit Breaker to more trouble than he's really willing to get into. Does he have detection? Answer is no. He's not even gonna try, he just gets spit on. He's like, I'm done.
Dire's historical bottom tower is destroyed.
5K. You know what? I've just made an executive decision. Cave Johnson literally never shuts up, so we're using Axe instead. You know who voice acts Axe, actually, as well as Kunga and Tidehunter? John St. John. True story.
Oh, was he one with Power Rangers?
No, he's Duke Nukem.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of John St. Austin.
Yeah. Easy to get mixed up, I understand. Two very similar people in a lot of ways. But yeah, John St. John, you know what other video game character? Okay, never mind. Let's talk about this instead, actually. Huge meteor hammer there. Surprisingly big. This Macroplier is really screwing everything up. Sand King ult does come out, though, and it is going to get basically everything they want and need done here. This one zombie is such a headache for these guys. Spirit Breaker looking to finish the job here, but Storm Spear just has way too much mana for that. He's just going to zip right out.
He's under attack.
Another good fight from the Radiant. Losing the Slizzy really sucked, but 3 heroes for it. Well, no, actually, yeah, probably is get better for the Dire than anything, honestly. Good dodge there by Storm Spear. Just gonna use his entire mana pool to just get a random pick off here. Which again, in a less desperate situation, that wouldn't be worth it, but here probably is, unless he dies. If he dies, this isn't good. But this is looking, yeah, no way, he just got way too much mana. Okay, they randomly killed Matt as well. Again, just not the best coordination, it seems like, on this PvC lineup. Sniper dying there was huge. And while the gold change was fairly similar, you know, most of that gold came out like really spread out on the Radiant, so barely everybody got barely anything. Well, on the Dire, the Storm Spirit took most of it and is now ascending up the net worth charts. What was I saying? Help me out here, Grandma.
Oh, we still have to do the other team's names.
That's true, but I was specific. Oh, that's awkward. I was specifically talking about something there.
Oh.
Ah, well. All right, who's this? I actually don't know off the top of my head what Nagasara's name is. Actually, I don't really know any of the. Okay, I know him, and you know Jakiro and Clanks because they're just that. All right, so what's his name?
That's
If you were to name a lightning-y character, what would you call him?
Tobias.
If you were to name a lightning-y character, and you were not afraid of a lawsuit, and you're like a super weeb. What would you call him?
Zappy Dan the Lightning Man.
No, of course it's Raijin Thunderkeg.
Right.
It's like Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Just an alternate transliteration. Spearbreaker looking for the Shadow Blade. Also looking to run over a fake Naga Siren. They're really hoping it's a real one. Their lead is slipping. This isn't good. They're taking a little awkwardly long to finish the job here and taking a few too many awkward spills on the way. Spearbreaker does realize he has found the real Naga in this mess. He actually knows immediately which one it is as well. He's getting really hammered on the way, but Sand King is here. Naga Siren's gonna ult, but she can't go anywhere. She's getting hammered by the Sand King ult. This is really sad. I don't know if you can really appreciate the sadness of that moment. Naga Siren's ult, usually use it to, like, escape. You can just start singing, which literally just, like, fully, like, you can't move, you can't attack, you can't use any abilities, you can't do anything. You are 100% frozen, right? It's like being frozen in Gen 1, another Pokemon reference. Like, you're just sitting there, you're done, right? And the Naga can't really damage anybody inside, can't be damaged either, because they're really out of it, outside of a few specific things. But the Naga Siren can, like, teleport away, she can, like, throw stuns at you, silence you. She can do anything she wants to that's not really damage, or wants to herself. She can even just hit it and then walk away. Except in that case, where she was held down the entire time she was singing, and getting hit by Sand King's ult, which is just him being a lowrider. He just thumps the ground with his tail, and it does just like 1,000,000 magic damage, that's all it does. And he also got his Aghanim Shard, which gives him IBS. And just means that he's going to randomly thump every once in a while for no reason. Spearbreaker charge going the wrong way. He's going to tackle some Naga illusions and at least push out this wave. He's going to punch a centaur in the face. Have you ever punched a centaur in the face, Grandma?
No.
Do you even,
They're
live in a place where centaurs are?
No, I've never been to Greece.
Hey, but you know somebody who's really greasy?
You?
You know, I've made people disappear for less than that. Sand King getting very forward here. He does not realize, I don't think. He is just in the middle of hell. Tries to teleport it, backfires big time, but they're having a lot of trouble actually killing him. He is ultimately going to go down, though. They can turn this around and do something here. This is going to be actually worth it for the Sand King. Naga is going to sing. This time you get a bit more of a display of what that actually does. Rubik's taking it for himself, which is funny. And he's just going to sing right back at her!
Playing Dota 2. Double kill.
That's funny. That's what Rubik does. Rubik is the no-you hero. Spoilers.
Like axe, the dire structures cannot be hurt.
You're not gonna do anything to Storm Spirit. Seen here. PvC team taking some very good fights in this game. Giving themselves a 7k net worth lead. You know, I said before, and I'll say it again, I have a suggestion for this hero in Dota 2, this Rubik fellow, right? In that specific scenario. I want you to hear me out and tell me if this is a good idea. So Rubik steals your spells, he uses them. As you've just seen. I want there to be a thing. I want there to be, well, unfortunately, I don't think they can really get away with it now because a voice actor has died since, which is sad, but I want there to be a thing in this game where, Horror actually wins the right-click contest, gets the Wisdom Rune, does die for it with the Rubik as well, which is a little sad, but that's the way it be. I want there to be a thing when Rubik steals the Naga Siren Song of the Siren, right? Where, whenever he uses it, he just sings, like, really badly. Just, ah! What do you think?
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Make it happen, Valve.
Top tower is under attacks.
I gotta say, while getting the kills, at least usually, while getting the kills is definitely good for the Radiant. They are keeping an advantage in both kills and in net worth. Their strategic game is not really in their favor so far. They haven't gotten more than one T2, which kind of sucks. They're not in a very good position to go to the base or in this game, which means that if they put it off too long, they fart around too long, then Naga Siren could just start killing everybody basically and just walking all over them. She ain't great. She's close to getting a Heart of Trask. Well, I say close, she's like a third of the way to a Heart of Trask, but it's kind of close in Naga terms. She gets that, she gets way harder to kill really fast. Sand King has got to start understanding at some point that these guys are not going to be alone ever again. Like, whenever he sees one, he can at least assume 2 or 3. Spearbreaker once again just cleaning up these messes Naga Siren is leaving all over the waves. Anyway.
Chicken. I like that. It's got rockets.
Oh, big title. Sword Spirit going in big here as well. I do like this tombstone. Spearbreaker coming in from behind. Get another big kill here.
Why does the chicken have rockets?
Why does the chicken have rockets?
Yeah.
The chicken?
There was a chicken at the bottom of the screen.
Huh? Oh, the courier! Okay. The chicken has rockets. Because that's just how it chooses to get around.
I guess if I was a chicken, I'd do the same.
Yep. I mean, everyone's been kind of calling you chicken. Not to your face, but, you know.
No, they're too chicken to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic if you think about it. But only if you use the common but incorrect definition of ironic. You know, if you think about it, that song about, you know, the ironic things, right, has done more damage to the definition of the word ironic than, like, maybe any piece of pop culture ever. Except maybe that time that Bugs Bunny called Elmer Fudd Nimrod. You know, it's like rain on your wedding day, spoons when you need a fork and all that. That's not what ironic means.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But I mean, I guess it's not quite as catchy when you're like, you know, when you call the song suboptimal or something.
Heaven or hell, Dire's top tower is in one of them.
It's a weird thing to say, Axe. Oh, just barely missed out on getting Jakiro there. If Sand King's a little faster, they actually catch him. I don't think he could realistically have been in that spot. Grandma, now that this game is going to go on, I'm going to ask you the same question I did in the last game. Outside of Clanks, you're obviously biased. What do you think is the strongest hero in this game?
Apparently it's Naga, because you've been hyping her up, saying, "Oh, she gets good like 10 seasons in."
This much is true. Let's say that we don't get that far, all right? Then who would you say? Art coming out.
I'd say the other fish guy, Tide Master or whatever.
Yeah, Tide Master. Yeah. Naga just got her heart. Talk about good timing. The heart gives you like 1,000,000 HP. Look at that. She almost got double the amount of HP, and it also gives you like a huge amount of regen. And a huge amount of strength, which for Naga Siren basically just means a bunch of HP. Alright, now I'm going to ask you a more dangerous question. This has the potential to get you in trouble with a bunch of random people who you've never heard of and you'll probably never really talk to.
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
Who do you think is the best player in this game?
Well, it's clearly not the Scorpion guy, because he said that he's always counting on people being alone.
I did?
Oh, yeah, didn't you say, like...
Yeah, he's like
said
not
something
counting
like that.
on it, but he's always like assuming it. So it's not Slizzy. Poor Slizzy.
Yeah, he's easily the worst.
There we go.
It's not the Naga Queen, because if she was the best player, she'd already have her level 10 ultimate or whatever it is.
Yeah, her level 10, her final form. Alright.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Fly Guy.
Who the hell is Fly Guy?
The guy with all the flies around him.
Pohohoro? You're saying Pohohoro is the best character?
Yeah.
He's the best player in this game? Was the, who was she playing in the last game? The Lich! In the last game. The big blue dude who kept throwing balls everywhere. Does that make you change your opinion, or are you sticking to it?
Yeah, I'm gonna change my opinion.
Oh, okay, who is it then?
Radiant's top tower.
It's the guy with the candle on his head, because that takes some serious skill to play the game with that balancing on you.
He was the lion in the last game.
Oh, never mind.
Does that make you change your opinion?
Yes, it does. God, is everybody in this game just that bad?
They can't all have been that bad in game 1.
Alright, what about the Tide Master?
The Tide Hunter. He was
Yeah.
the Razor in the last game. You know, the Lightning
Oh
guy.
yeah, Lightning Man. Yeah, alright, I'll go with him.
You'll go
He's
with
the
him?
best
You're
player.
sticking with that answer?
Yeah.
So you're saying that he's better than Pohohoro or Reflesky?
Yes, he's better than Ho or Fulesky.
How about Godlike Matt? Is he better than Godlike Matt?
Anybody. I'm better than Godlike Matt.
Can we get that on public record?
Godlike Matt is a bitch, and I could beat him in Dota with my eyes closed, and with my little brother playing on a Nintendo Zapper.
Not even a Power Glove.
No.
Tower is under attack.
Could you win if you were using... Oh my god, Matt, no. Could you win if you were using the Power Glove?
I mean, if you got the Power Glove, anybody could win.
I mean, I've heard from a reliable source that the Power Glove is so bad.
Radiant's middle tower has
No, I seen that guy beat Darklink with it.
Oh yeah, what'd he do?
He just kind of stood in a corner and stabbed.
Yeah, that is traditionally the way you do it.
at Radiant's
Hmm?
middle tower.
Long, slow siege here at Dyer's bot T3. They're trying to buy as much time as possible. Like I said, remember, these guys win in the long run. So they're able to buy out a lot of time and just keep ruining any attempt to come smash their base, and they can still definitely turn this around. Ty tried to deny the tower. You can deny a tower like a creep, which stops the enemy team from getting any money for it. And that is funny. BKB comes out on the Storm Spirit. It's gonna get him down to 6. This is a really big sandstorm. They're actually super screwed in here. Goodbye, Naga. She does have to buy back. And, big vortex coming out on the Storm Spirit. Doesn't actually do anything with it, though. Oh my god, if they get Naga again, that is really could just be it. Ooh. She's dead. They do get the Sand King.
As they say, impossible. Wicked sick.
It's quite unfortunate as a compens. This game is not necessarily done at this point. Clinks is back. This game is not necessarily over now. This is not necessarily an ended experiment here. This is not a good situation for the Dire to be, though. Especially if they're able to keep going and get more buildings down. Spirit just really being as annoying as he can. Trying so hard to stop him from just doing that constantly, they really can't. I got another glyph. When you buy back, you instantly respawn at home, not like when you use the Aegis. But if you die afterwards, right, the next death you take, you have double the timer. Your respawn is twice as long. It's really unfortunate in this particular situation, as Naga is the character that this team is relying on to win the game, and she's just gone forever. Spiritbreaker was really thinking about chasing that guy all the way back home. Another set of racks going down here. Naga Siren is coming back up now. So they're going to have to think carefully about their next action. And they're going to choose a defensive stance. They're going to, huh? That was awkward. It's kind of equally awkward. Rubik just kind of jumps into 5 and dies. Tidehunter just ulted nothing. Just, you see that? That's 2.5 minutes till that comes back.
Maybe he's not the best player after all.
Ooh, who is it then?
The two-headed dragon.
Sabo?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest,
By the
I
way,
can't even remember what he was playing in the last game.
I figured out what the two-headed dragon's names are.
What are their names?
Jimmy and Bimmy.
That's actually Jimmy and Billy.
No, I played the game. It says Jimmy and Bimmy.
I think that might just be because I can't spell, though.
Hmm.
Have you... okay. Did you ever watch the Jimmy Bimmy Power Hour?
No.
Exactly. So it's not Jimmy and Bimmy. Sniper has finished himself up a Monkey King bar. Which is going to be very sad for Naga Siren if she gets some evasion like she already has and probably will get more of in the future. I think Sniper's missed on the Naga Siren and assumed she has a butterfly when she actually just has this stupid thing. Storm Spirit once again trying to waste as much time as humanly possible on this soul. They're gonna ice Chikiro. Godlike Matt is godlike, if you were wondering. Naga's gonna try and split off, get bot T2, while the Radiant just kill her base and get mega creeps. Is the PVC pipe lineup actually just gonna win this? I've been wondering how this is gonna get turned around for a minute here, but I'm starting to worry. Are they actually gonna win? That would be nuts, to say the least. Naga does not look good. Good play by the Storm Spirit here. Naga just hit herself. Guys! Oh my god, Naga's dead again! She just called the G's PVC 1! Holy crap! That I was not expecting. That is like dangerously close to a 2-0 for Team PVC Pipe. Because they just threw game 1, game 2, they just actually did win. Oh my god. That is, that is a bit of an upset, to say the least. If PVC had 2-0'd this week, I think everybody would have pooped their pants. But he does not get that dubious honor. I mean, you analyze this game, Grandma. What do you think happened? How did this go like it did?
This is clearly the biggest upset since,
Dewey defeated Truman? But he really didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this really is like a little Dewey defeating Truman moment for the Reedy team. I think this is really the first time this whole season they've actually taken like a fair loss. They have one other on record, and it was like a game they just really blatantly threw. But this time, it's like you cannot be feeling good if you're the Reedy team. They barely won game 1 after like a really blatant throw. And they just outright lost game 2, and that's interesting. That's really crazy. Anyway, you explain why.
It's really crazy because he said so.
Okay, but like, why did they lose? Why did the Reedy team lose?
Well, because they fucking suck.
Could you elaborate?
No, because I'm only allowed to say the F word once.
Okay, I'll give you permission. You can say it again.
Okay, because they really fucking suck.
Okay, who sucks? Who on this team sucks?
All of them.
Uh, give me a suck tier list.
Alright, in F tier, I would
What
put...
is F tier the most or least suck?
That's the most suck.
Okay,
In F tier, I would put all 5 of them.
all right. What about D tier?
D tier, I would put all 5 of them.
How about A tier?
0 of them.
S tier?
1 of them.
Who?
Uh,
I'm waiting.
Molsky.
There we go. Here's the real analysis. I mean, this is a game where this team had to hold out, and they could not do that. The Sand King got such a big advantage so very quickly, and it just did not feel like Reedy on this Nagasire just did not feel at home, and you can tell because he has no levels on it. He just did not feel at home. He felt like really off with this hero, and I gotta say, when you barely scrape by in the first game, like when you win by a thread, it seems really cocky to pick a hero you just have not played in your game too. Could not have helped. But I think the PVC team did pull a lot of the issues they had in game one together. I think they're very reflective about it. You did see the occasional moment of just like somebody just being on a weird spot and then they die. PVC's somewhere weird and then he dies. Matt is somewhere weird and then he dies. But it seems like every time they were that happened to them, it was two steps forward and a million steps back for the Reedy lineup, who would just get like 5 people killed trying to get one guy. And they would usually get that one guy. In fairness, like that kill on sniper at top pretty early on in the game looked awesome until they just all died randomly doing it. They had problems with the tombstone, they had problems with the tide ult, and it never doing anything, it felt like. They had problems with the Slizzy just eating everyone. They never really, like... Why does my Giraffe have a Vladimir's? Somebody call Howler. Nobody builds that item anymore. I'm like the #1 Vladimir's guy in the world, and I'm like, I don't build this item this patch. Very strange. Anyway, I didn't really address the magic damage issue for so long into this game. I feel like if they, you hate to do it on a tight ender, but I feel like if they rush a pipe, this is like a lot nicer because this Slizzy was just such a problem for them forever. It felt like the Clink support, as last time we saw Mulsky run it, unfortunately didn't do anything but just get him killed. The Storm Spirit was a great annoyance and a great harassment that they had no recourse for, but annoying don't win you games. So what I said before, I'll say it again. Storm Spirit could annoy, he could not kill anybody or win. Alright, who's MVP, Grandma? You get the deciding vote. Who wins? Who's MVP?
It's gotta be PVC.
There we go. If you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's too late to get into this season, if you couldn't tell, but always looking for stand-ins. Queues are popping everywhere you look, and thank God Almighty I don't have to record on server event day. We're done this week. We'll see you next time on this Sunday for the Cranberry PVC Pipe series live. See you then. Anything you want to say to the world, Grandma? You got a completely open platform here.
There is nothing at all I have to say.
Make something up then.
Alright, one time when I was a kid, I went to the park and a bird shat on my head. And later I hit my head on a low-hanging tree branch. And at the time, that was the worst day of my life.
What surpassed it?
The next day.
We'll see you next time.